Welcome back to what Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an M12. It's the Tier 7 American SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Overlord, and it's under the command of Huggy9999. Well, quadruple 9 actually, but who's counting? Somebody is. Anyway, game started. He's got a 155mm howitzer, which is... Actually, it's not a howitzer, is it? It's a gun. I keep getting that wrong sometimes. Yes, it's actually a French gun, not a howitzer. French design, but built by the Americans. It was a very reliable gun. And it can do 700 alpha if it can penetrate the target. And, well, it needs to get through. It can only go up to 39mm of armour. So that EBR, yes, he could penetrate that. He's immediately gone back into cover. Trouble with EBRs is that they're so quick. If you hit them, they know exactly where you are. They rush towards you as fast as they can to try and kill you. And that EBR's headed this way, but he's being intercepted by one of our EBRs, and he's expired. There is another one, but he still hasn't got past that divide at the centre line. Okay, I can see that Huggy needs to use that technique where you use the control key, hold that down, and then put your cursor over the minimap and right click on the spot you want to see. Rounds out in the Hellcat, long range shot, lands on the landing craft and damages the Hellcat for 156, and he's picked up some stun assist. Okay, he's going to have another go because that's Hellcat went down and he's now been replaced by a Jagdpanther. Okay, he's loaded. Rounds out straight away. Long flight time for the shell. 163 hit points this time. It appears that the enemy EBR has actually killed one of ours, so that's bad news because he might be headed our way, but well, he's got to get through the rest of our players first. Now he's loaded, just dialing in on the Jagdpanther. Should get a kill this if he can get the shell near enough. Yes, he does. Yep. And he moved the vehicle whilst he was watching to see what the result was. And yes, he managed to get the result, see what it was, and got into safety. That building directly in front of him is actually being a bit of a nuisance to trying to get shots on that T28. It's a tier 9 game. He's bottom tier. If he dials in on that T28, he might be able to get a round right in his face. Looks right. Looks good. Rounds out. Direct hit. 189. He goes straight behind the house for protection. You see, that's where you can avoid counter battery. You still see what's going on, but you're into cover before they can do anything about it. Okay, T28. I was playing counter battery today myself actually, and had absolutely no problem moving to avoid the shot and still carrying on watching the target as I was doing it. All I had to do was press the W key and it moved. Lining up the shot on the T28, rounds out, direct hit, and he got a fire. Oh, this is a good one. Yep, got 334 from the direct hit and 207 from the fire. So he ended up with a very nice 541 hit points of damage from one shot. Okay, he's dialing in on that position, but as you don't get a huge number of rounds, you only get 20 rounds with the M12. So it's best to hold on to your shells until you're absolutely certain you're ready to shoot. We're 2 tanks up on the enemy at the moment, but I don't think that T28 is going to go very far. Unfortunately, that building's still getting in the way on some of the targets he wants to go after. It's Super Pershing. Oh, fires near it. And he did get some splash. Now, he might try to fire from around that bush instead. That way he might not have to move so much. Okay, he's looking at the enemy Crusader right at the other end of the map. He's actually going up one of the chines. He's lining up a shot, trying to work out where he's going. Long flight time for the shell. Oh, perfect! He got a direct hit! That's definitely going to badly damage that Crusader. Okay, we're looking at T-71, who's a splash kill. If he can get the shell near him. And I always like these splash kills, they're so easy to get. Just need to put the shell near, and the T-54 first prototype gets the shot. But he's got a consolation prize. This is a Lorraine 15550 down in the breach, who's just setting himself up. He's gone stationary to shoot, and yep, fires a round in. Unfortunately, pulled away, so we didn't get to see how close that shell was or where it veered. Okay, the Super Pershing's back at the bowl, but of course he's facing two opponents. That T-28 hasn't moved, and looks like the Lorraine is down, so the enemy is now starting to suffer. They've only got 5 tanks left. We're going on the Super Pershing. Direct hit for 246. Again, he moves before he can be hit. It's only the Crusader SP that can actually hit him now for counter battery. So, oh, there's the T-28. He's actually retreated from the center line. Trying to work out which target to go for next. That's an AFK tank, that one. The 1375. Rounds out. Direct hit. Yeah, 605. A really good. That was a penetrating round, but low roll. There's the enemy Arty. It's been spotted. Right at the back of the map. And he's down, so thankfully, that means Huggy doesn't have to change position now in order to take his shots, because he can't be counter-batteried at all. There's no enemy Arty left. We've got an E-75 up on the heights. There's only 4 enemy tanks left. Dialing in. Work out where he's going. Rounds out. This looks good. It is! Direct hit! And you notice the rescue was bouncing around. That's because Huggy was moving position in between his shots, but still keeping an eye on what's going on with the E-75 and where the shot went. Well, he knows for certain that shot definitely hit the target. Lining up on the E-75 again. Rounds out. Well, it went exactly where he was, but pulled back just in time to avoid that hit. It's definitely worth continuing the shots on that E-75, because he's facing off against an Su-100, and the more that we damage him, the easier it is for the Su-101 to get the kill. Okay, that E-75 is definitely going after the Su-100. Oh, big hit. We fire a round in, and no, unfortunately hit the bunker. Okay. Huggy definitely needs to learn that technique about extending his aim again, because it's so much faster, I promise you. Rounds out the T-28. Direct hit kills him! 148 hit points, but it was right on the money. You heard that shell impact directly against the vehicle. No doubt about that. And that E-75 is still there, but he's just killed the Su-101. And now we've got nobody spotting that E-75. Super Pershing's going after the steer, and of course he's got no armor really. And yes, he takes out the steer, but we do get a nice little hit for 126 on the T-26. Well, he's going to have to move now, because there's no tanks left on his team. They've all been wiped out. It's just the Arty, and they're just facing one light tank who's AFK, one medium tank who's fairly badly damaged and very pissed off, and an E-75 who's got virtually no hit points, but he does have a very mean gun which can actually do a lot of damage. And I think the GW's decided he's going to stay where he is. In the meantime, Huggy's going down towards the beach. It doesn't look good, I must admit, because 2 RT against that number of tanks. Remembering that it's only 2 active tanks. Mind you, it might be that the GW is not active at all, because he hasn't actually got any kills. He might not have been firing. Well, Huggy's taking up a position next to the bunker, but he has been seen. Ouch. And I think it might be the T26E4 or the E75. Well, it has to be one of those two because it can't be anybody else. Yeah, and he's up the other end. In fact, I don't think that's the one that saw him. The Super Pershing's up the other end of the map at this moment, and Huggy's not dialing in. Oh, he is now. Okay, he's going after the T26. Unfortunately, we've lost our GW. And now the T26 knows exactly where Huggy is. But I also think that the E75 does. Yeah, you can't stay there, Huggy. You're going to have to move. Okay, he's loaded. But the Super Pershing will be approaching. I think he wants to get into that chine so he could go down to the beach, but, well... I noticed the steers saying some rather homophobic things, but... not exactly what we want to see. Huggy will probably get just one shot. Somebody else has suggested he just go and play Minecraft. Here comes the Super Pershing. Well, he's had one hit and the next one will kill him. But he gets one nice little big hit on the Super Pershing, but there's the shot from the E75 that finishes him off. Yeah. So unfortunately, this one is a defeat. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, yes, it was a first class tanker for Huggy 9999 in the M12. He managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 13. He also managed to get a Gore's medal for doing more damage than 8 times the hit points for his own vehicle, and the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game overall. And his win rate from the game was 5,565, so no slouch in the game, but unfortunately his teammates were absolutely dreadful. There you go, highest damage in the game, 3,432, and he beat the E75 on the enemy team, who killed him by a couple of hundred at least. He only got 3,140, and after that it was the SU-101 with 2,715. When it came to kills, it was the E75. He got a Top Gun, and in fact actually he also picked up a Steel Wall and a Pascucci's medal. Yes, he got 6 kills. 3 kills went to the T26 E4 Pershing, Super Pershing, and 2 kills went to Huggy, who was actually anonymized, the ST1 and the T54 first prototype. Oh, forgot to say base XP. I'm afraid that goes to the enemy team. 1,059 goes to the Super Pershing, 1,044 goes to the E75, 848 goes to their Lorraine 15550, and Huggy, I'm afraid, only got 647 in that one. He fired 18 rounds, got 8 direct hits, 1 penetration, 15 splash. Damage of 3,432 hit points, which 3,204 were at more than 300 meters. Obviously the difference is that shot in the Super Pershing. He received 2 hits, both were penetrations. One was from Super Pershing, the other one's from the E75. That killed him. 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 killed, and 259 hit points of stun assist of 14 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 41,105 credits, got 5,228 from Courageous Resistance, that's for getting an epic medal or a battle hero medal in a losing or drawn game, and in fact actually got one of each, and 46,332 credits total. After repair and ammunition resupply, he took away 21,618, so not bad on the credit side. He picked up 4 bonds for the awards and 970 for the game XP. 553 for Courageous Resistance, took away 1,524 altogether. So, yes, it's not bad that he did get those medals. He was pumping the rounds out, but his teammates were just falling like leaves around him. So, unfortunately, in the end, it was a loss. But there was not a lot he could do about it, really. Sometimes you face a team which is absolutely hopeless. And, yeah. Personally, I would have stayed with that E75 because the SU-101 was facing off against him, and every time the E75 fired, the SU-101 was losing a huge amount of hit points. And if Huggy had managed to put more than a few rounds into that E75, he might have finished him off, and that would have allowed the SU-101 to continue the battle. But sadly, I'm afraid the SU-101 was lost, and then Huggy wasn't able to get another shot in to finish off that E75, and as a result, that guy killed him. There you go. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.